Hello, my name is Nick Pohl, and I'll be taking part in the discussion in Vienna on communication in Shiatsu. And with me on the panel will be Peter Itin from Switzerland, who specializes in working with trauma. Peter's trained in somatic experiencing and also in core process psychotherapy. So, hello, Peter. And can I first ask you, what is most important for you about using language when you're working with trauma?
Hello, Nick. Hello, everybody. When I use language, I have like three different approaches. The first approach is to invite clients to go with the awareness inside of the body, to go in contact with the felt sense. The second direction is that we do exercises together, or I give them exercises they can do at home. And the third approach is to explain them what happens when you have traumatic experiences, what happens in your body and your nervous system, so that they can understand. And when they understand, it's easier for them to not be ashamed of what is happening, of integrating what has been happening.
And can you say a bit more about how you work directly with the body?
One goal could be to reestablish boundaries. So, for example, I ask the client to walk towards me and to feel the body sensations, and then I walk towards them. And when do I come too close or too fast? So they have to say stop and reestablish their capacity, their competence in setting boundaries. So that's one small example. But we have different kinds of exercises we use with different goals also. So like the main goals are to release frozen energy, or to reinforce collapsed energy, or to reintegrate what has been dissociated. Freeze, collapse, and dissociation are like the main three effects of trauma. So we have to go back.
Do you combine somatic experiencing with Shiatsu in one session? Or how does that work?
It depends on the situation and also the client, where they are. So everything is possible. So very often when I have traumatized clients, I start with somatic experiencing and like integrate what has been happening with Shiatsu. Shiatsu is like integration through body work. So, but it can happen also that I use tools of somatic experiencing during my Shiatsu. So I hold the head, for example, and I invite the people to say, I'm feeling safe. And then they say, I'm feeling safe. So for how many percent you are believing yourself? And to feel, oh, this side is safe, but this side is not safe, for example. And so when you like pendulate between the resource side and the traumatized side, so something starts to change, to move, to reintegrate.
Okay. And one last question, Peter. In most Shiatsu trainings, there isn't a lot of room for looking at language. How much training did you get specifically in the kind of language to use in somatic experience training?
So you have like to train your language. It's not the normal language you have, and this is quite demanding. So it is like a tool, like touching a tool is the language tool. And you have to train it.
So in a way, it's kind of like bringing mindfulness to the way you use language.
Yeah, and it is like a professional formation, almost like the Shiatsu formation. So I did a second formation for that.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you can do a lot with trauma without having the whole training of somatic experiencing. So in my workshops, I also will give you some examples how you can use tools of somatic experiencing in a very useful way without doing the whole formation.
Well, I look forward to hearing more about that in Vienna, Peter. Thank you very much for that interview. And if you've been looking at this, I'll look forward to seeing you again in Vienna. And thank you, Peter.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.